Well, I guess I had to push a button on YouTube to go live. So my, my, my TikTok friends all heard me, but the YouTube friends need to, I guess, watch the recording. So, so much for the introduction. Now, who do we have here? We have Jeet here. Thank you for being here, and we have Leanne, Joseph. What? Tran Long. Okay. Okay. Is there a Tran short? Tran Long. Okay. Shater. All right. I hope I'm not butchering the names as I go along. Three new messages. Let's see what are the messages. And Clicotin. Well, these are the tongue twists, I guess. Cade or Kade, JZ83. Thank you for joining me, guys. So I'm open for your questions if you have one. Last time I couldn't see comments or questions. I don't know if I was doing something wrong or somehow I couldn't, but I can see all your sign-ins, so I should be able to read if you make a comment. Maybe somebody can make a comment and let me know if we can see it or not. How about that? Just write something like hello or something, so we know that I can read your comments and they can come through. So again, we're going to be here for the next half hour. And so if you have any questions, please go ahead and fire up. Oh, there you go. Cody says, "Sup, man. Thank you for that. At least I can see, I can read, whatever comes through." So the answer is short and sweet. Not much. Cody. And Emil says, "Follow the live creator." Oh, thank you very much for that, Emil. And Cody says, "Have you been?" Thank you very much for asking. I've been good, busy with turning some of the longer videos from YouTube to shorter versions, putting on TikTok and my Instagram. By the way, my Instagram is Mind Seeks, one word, stick together. In case you want TikTok, that you're on it. Do you want me to tell you what TikTok call sign is? So what else we have here? Omar, or no, OMR. I guess that's Omar, yeah? Savage. Follow the creator. Thank you for that. And Cody says, "What's your YouTube?" My YouTube, as I mentioned, were you deaf, Cody? It's the one point. THE, next word, ONE, next word, point. There is a space between them, not dash, just space. So the one point. I used to call it Mind That Seeks Truth. But somehow I went nuts and I thought maybe it's too long. Maybe that's why people don't say it. The problem is that we are not so visible on YouTube. We have over 3,000 videos on YouTube and all real discussions rather than a teaser of some kind to sell something. They're actually discussions. And yet people have a hard time to find us. But when they do find us, they sure buy it. And I've heard that hundreds and hundreds of times that we are the channel that we actually are addressing the issues in detail, and they are enjoying the help that they receive from the channel. And it is not unlikely for me to receive at least one or two letters a week that says, "You saved my life." Now, whatever that means, that's very complimentary, and I appreciate that. And it's regards to someone who had the hardship in breakups and the rest of it, they couldn't go on with their life and so on. And so we have discussions of genuine topics and genuine care. And I think you will find that in my approach in my videos. But I encourage you to check the video and the channel and do subscribe, because although we have so many videos and so many wonderful discussions and very helpful discussions, we're not found. Somehow, something I'm doing wrong that we're not found. So we only have like 28,000 subscribers, which we should, by the utterings of many of the subscribers, that we should have like 2 or 3 million subscribers. Somehow we are lost in the whole sea of YouTube. Having said that, Cody says, "Hell yeah, man, keep it up, I'm going to follow you." Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Very kind of you, Cody. And so, did I miss any of your questions since I was talking? All right. All right. Don't forget, the YouTube channel is where actually can help with the exposure of the contents. And of course, TikTok is very important. And you all know that if you don't know, I have a site called mindthatseekstruth.com. Mindthatseekstruth.com. On that site, you can make an appointment with me so we can chat on Skype in regards to your issues or however your questions may be, your concerns. So you can go through the options. If you get an hour for the first timers, I usually give an extra half an hour so we won't have to rush to get to know each other. That could be from anywhere in the world. And we'll discuss one-on-one on Skype what concerns you. And you have my site address right on the profile. Just click on it and it'll take you to the site, and then you can choose your options for consultation. And Cody says, no, Cody doesn't say. Superstar followed. Thank you very much. And Teresa is here. Guys, it's wonderful to get to know all of you, but if there is any question, it would be great. We can have a topic of discussion. Let's see what I have on my TikTok end. Majid is here. Hello, Majid from UK. And Majid says, male London 37. This is what our protocol is on YouTube, live streams, and anywhere. I would be grateful if you guys just abbreviate a little information of yourself, such as what Majid did here from UK. It says M for male or F for female, however you signify your inclination or gender. It says male London 37, or you can say M37 London. So I get to know your age. So I know where you are in the stage of life. I know your gender, and then I know where you live. So that gives me a little bit of a background or cultural background, or how I can approach you, how I can address you. So these little things, I'd be grateful if you could share that with me when you want to put your question in. So having said that, let's see if we have a question here. Majid says, Baba, okay, good to see you too, Majid. And we have Chinmay from India here. Chinmay, let me know the protocol as usual. I know you being a male, so M something and India, I guess. Are you in India or Philippines, was it? And so Majid says, please, some advice on needing female attention. Well, there's no advice needed. We all need female attention. So the advice is first find the female, then request the attraction. But in general, well, there are several things that you can do. First of all, groom yourself properly, dress nicely, always dress neatly, whatever the occasion is. Just it doesn't have to be overdressed, but dress neatly. Always clean, groomed well. Make sure you go to the gym and make your fitness level to a higher standard as you see fit for you, for your taste, and endow yourself with some knowledge, have a good job, continue building your life, work on yourself, even understanding, ability to pay attention first, ability to be able to give love and attention before you expect it. And so you have this presentation of yours that aesthetically you're pleasing. I don't care how you look like, just as long as it's nice and clean and well-groomed, well-dressed. And then you learn to speak appropriately and appreciate the time you have with the woman that you're having a exchange of words and here and there. And just make sure you have the manners that I know you're a very well-mannered person. And just try to get to know them rather than having an agenda in your mind that you have to go to bed with them. Just try to get to know this person as a human being and let them feel comfortable with you, that you're a genuine man interested in their lifestyle, in what they do, and go from there rather than having an agenda in your back of your head that I'm going to say this so I can get that. I'm going to do this so I can get that. I'm going to set it up so I can then ask her out and then maybe this and that and so forth. You're going too far and then they will feel it. That's not a genuine attention. If you like the girl aesthetically and you're interested romantically somehow, that's how we men are. We're visual and we see someone who's well dressed and nice and good looking, where we might be interested in her. And in that way, try to have that in back of your mind rather than forefront and acting on it just to have a hookup. And that wouldn't work. They wouldn't pay attention. So you got to be genuine before you can get genuine attention. So it's not too difficult to get attention. But number one rule to get an attention of a woman is don't seek the attention. When you seek the attention actively, they feel it. And the nature of a human being is when they see you need them, they won't want to be with you. When they feel that you're into your own life and doing things that you should be doing and focusing on building your life and a positive lifestyle, minding your own thing, and you're not seeking attention, that's when they want to give you attention. There's a saying that says, the banks will loan you money when you don't need it. So, same thing. Women give you attention if you don't seek the attention. So I guess we exhausted that little bit. Princeton is here. Says, greetings from the sky, Master. I am somewhere above the South China Sea. I'm the only viewer who comes from this part of the world. How is the TikTok audience coming along? TikTok audience actually are more than our YouTube channel today. There are 407 people, 422 people here. And let me turn my attention to TikTok and see if we have any question. And Silas says, I love your left side of your upper eyeball. It's glossy and beautiful. Really? Oh, you mean the the reflection of light on my on my glasses? Well, that's very poetic of you to spend time to write that. I appreciate that. See, I have many, many all our participants are talented. It says, all I needed was to make you laugh. Much love. Thank you very much. Love you back. I appreciate that. So let's see if we have any question from our TikTok friends here. We don't. Everybody's just here as if it's a show, for heaven's sake. This is not a show. We see these YouTube people are sending questions. Let's see. Chinmay says, very simple question. If it's simple, why are you asking? God damn it. Says this time, how to stick to doing something, say studying a boring subject, once you're exhausted. It's not that difficult to start, but I grow restless after like half an hour. Well, first of all, one of the things that you want to do before you study is to translate your effort for learning that what you want to study to what it's going to do for you. In other words, don't say that, okay, I got to read this. I got to have the test. I got to pass the test. But you understand and interpret in yourself why. I'm reading this so I can advance to the next course, so I can complete my studies, so I can get the job that I want, so that gives me the kind of a car or the food or the lifestyle that I'm looking for, or perhaps that would make it easier for me to attract the girl that I might be interested in the future. So translate what it is going to do for you rather than making it a dry chore that I'm doing it for the heck's sake. No, you're doing it because there's a purpose. The purpose is your lifestyle, the kind of travel you can go, the kind of money you will have, the kind of food you will eat, the kind of treatment you can give to the girl that you fall in love with or you want to take care or appreciate. So the purpose of your study should be clear to you, and that's not just to learn the stuff. That's one thing, because you have an interest in that course. That's one thing. But the other thing is what it's going to do to you once you learn it, how it's going to affect your progression and progress. Then, when you get tired in half an hour, it's because your mind is really not focused on the lesson, on the study, on what you're trying to learn, because you haven't really interpreted why are you interested to learn this. You have no real purpose, which goes back to our first rule. But thirdly, if you get tired, just take a break, 5-10 minutes break, have tea or do something that get that anxiety or that itching for doing something other than study out of your way. Then you feel guilty. So I just wasted time. Let me study. And The other thing is that you start your studying much earlier than when you think you need it, like close to test. Is the wrong thing. We always did that in university. We just crammed it up. A bunch of us sit together in a room, and every one of us divided the chapters, stuff that it wasn't really technical, such as history and whatnot. So each one of us would read one chapter in history, and at the end of half an hour, we would then discuss the chapter for everybody else, and then we would all learn that. That's a group study that we had, and it was helpful in bulk readings, things that we had to read a lot of it in the book to go and pass the test. But otherwise, you just take a break and get that urge out of you that you want to do goof off or something, goof off for about 10 minutes, and then say, okay, now I'll take a break from goofing off. I'll get on my studies, and then I'll take a break from studies and goof off. So you'll create this balance, and you won't be like hungry for not studying or then hungry for studying. So you'll bring that balance. That's some of the things you can do. I think that could be helpful to you. And Chinmay say you also missed my previous question. Okay, what was that? India, sir. Saw the post on Instagram, you lifting weights. You made me embarrassed. Could probably whoop my ass. Well, thank you. Says Master Meron doesn't need the ugly stick anymore. remember, yeah. Well, the ugly stick is here for you guys who mistreat yourself and don't do your best in your life. I have the ugly stick and comes out, and I'll just get on a flight, come over there, beat the crap out of you guys. So make sure you do your studies well and do your jobs well. Whatever task you have, put your mind to it. Be mindful of what you're doing, and you'll get better results once you really put your wholehearted effort into whatever it is that you set your mind to accomplish. Now we have beautiful BS. Beautiful BS. Okay, I don't know what that stands for, but it's here. It says, do you have any advice for someone who has OCD, ADHD? Yes, I do. I've got about, I don't know, 1,000 advice videos on YouTube. The One Point, my YouTube channel. We have a big section on OCD and HOCD and many other subsets of OCD, and the whole idea of the how to bring your attention and focus and mindfulness, and we talk about meditation. All these are there. However, it's not one little advice that could cover it all. Beautiful BS. That's kind of an oxymoron. Beautiful BS kind of starts with a good positive note and then kind of drops down after beautiful say BS. That's insulting. I don't want to do that. So it says you need to be able to focus your attention elsewhere in OCD recovery. No, 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 no. It's not about you got to switch your attention in order to recover from OCD. It's necessary for you to understand that why you're doing it and why you shouldn't be doing it and what it makes you continue doing it. The awareness of these mechanisms and cognitively and logically you understand it, interpreting it, then leads you to understand why it is important to use Dr. Schwartz's 4-step, which is relabel and reframe and refocus and then revalue. That takes automatically after you design it, you keep doing it. But first step is to understand the relationship between you doing a compulsion after an obsession shows itself and relationship with it, the dopamine that you receive, and the relationship with the habits. Let me explain it this way. In midbrain basal ganglia, there is a center called the striatum. In a striatum circle, there are 3 different circles right on top of each other. One is called goal finding center. That's where you actually try to accomplish a goal or seeking a goal. For example, you have an obsession. The compulsion is a goal. Obsession is like my hands are dirty. So the compulsion is to wash my hands. That's goal finding center. That's related to that center in the striatum. But once you wash your hands, you do the compulsion, you feel this, feel good now. The problem is over in your mind. And that's when the dopamine center secretes dopamine. That's the reward center, which is right on top of the goal finding center. So the reward center now gives you dopamine. So after a while, you're not just doing the compulsion, the washing hands, because of the obsession. You're doing the compulsion, the washing hands, to get the dopamine, because dopamine is addictive. So now your interest in doing the compulsion is switching over to get the reward. All along, though, when you were doing the compulsion and get a dopamine, all along, you were also stimulating the third center, the habit center. From the studies and research in neuroscience of habits, which was pioneered by Dr. Grable, and one of the biggest studies that Dr. Grable and are we disconnected? No. One of the main studies that Dr. Grable and her postgraduate studies Kyle Smith done was with rats, and that's a different story by itself that shows how important the habit center plays in our daily life. So all this compulsion and the dopamine is also stimulating the habit center, and after a while, you're not doing it anymore because of the obsession or to get the dopamine, even the dopamine is addictive. You're now doing it because it has become your habit. And habit center, when it takes over, it becomes more difficult to get rid of the OCD. That's why it's very important to understand OCD is a glitch, and you need to rewire your brain using the techniques such as Dr. Schwartz techniques, the 4-step, which I have a video on that on YouTube. Just go on my YouTube channel and search in for 4 steps. Just say 4 steps, and you'll see Dr. Schwartz 4-step comes in. And I have a script of 4 steps as well that I can send to anyone who makes an appointment with me for Skype consultation in regards to OCD. And then in that conversation, I will send that 4-step scripts that you can read what to do and how it's done, and explains that thoroughly. So having said that, beautiful BS, it's so such a okay. And would you like to join Scientology? No, LR. Thank you. And followed by live creator. Okay, that's Ayodel. Okay, that's great. Siong Malam joined. All right. If you guys don't mind, let me know that three codes, like M for male, F for female, or however you signify your inclination or gender, and then put in the age you have, like M37 UK. Then that gives me enough information to know at least the ones that I'm addressing their questions. All right, now. Let's see. Do we have any more questions here that I've missed? So we have 449 people here, but we have no question here. But we have much less people on YouTube side, but we have all questions. So I don't know what's going on. Princeton says, really glad things are picking up. Well, it depends on how many people. Actually, YouTube has good response to all the short videos that I do, and I make a number of short ones, and YouTube also enjoys a short video. So I guess maybe that would be a way for us to promote the channel. But you guys can always share the videos that you like on your social media and talk about this on chat lines, because we have lots of discussions on the day-to-day challenges that people have in regards to their thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, relationship breakups, OCD, and mental glitches and so on. So we'd love to be able to share and be helpful, so we can all learn a thing or two from each other. Now, having said that, guys, it's 24 minutes now past. I'll be here for another maybe 10, 15 minutes. So if you have any questions, please fire up. My TikTok friends don't really ask many questions. In fact, we had only one from Beautiful, just Beautiful, forget the BS, from Beautiful. And that's it. So I'm kind of not sure why our TikTok friends are so kind to us to join, but no questions. It doesn't mean that the channel is addressing your questions so well that you have no questions when we have live streams. Perhaps that's the key. And having said that, let's see who else we have here that we might have missed. All right. We have lots of people who joined us, but we don't have any question. That kind of doesn't tell me anything about how we're doing channels and how we're addressing your concerns. Everybody seems to be happy and just spectators rather than participants. So if you guys are looking for a lecture, I ain't going to do any lecture today at all. I'm just going to discuss whatever you ask in regards to your daily lives, relationships, breakups, thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, and OCD and OCD subsets such as HOCD. Now, remember, I have a site, mindthatseekstruth.com, mindthatseekstruth.com. You can click on it on my profile and it will take you to my site. You can make an appointment with me for Skype consultation from anywhere in the world, and we'll discuss what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. As you can see, the actual name of the channel, I changed it. It says one-on-one Skype counseling. I think that's what it says now. I got to read it again because I just did it a couple of days ago. So who else we have on YouTube, on the YouTube side here to discuss Chinmy's and Princeton's and Majid's? All right, no more questions here. And we have and Beautiful says, do you have any advice for someone who has OCD? But the only advice I can give you is just make an appointment with me on my site so we can discuss in detail what exactly your OCD is, what you do, and then we go over the mechanism of it and the glitches and interpretations. And the OCD can lead to, or a different branch of OCD is intrusive thoughts, which is Dr. Phillipson calls it pure O. That's when you don't have any physical compulsion ritual, and it involves a mental ritual as a compulsion for the obsession. So that's a different way of different OCD that most people, many people, in fact, about 8 billion we are in this world or more, almost every one of us have some kind of a glitch in the brain. And so we got to understand the first rule of understanding that you shouldn't believe your brain is the fact that you're not your brain and brain is not you. Why? Very simple. If you look at the history, you existed 1 million years or more before you were given this brain. You existed without this brain be part of you. You only got this sophisticated brain 40,000 years ago. So what were you doing before that? You were existing. So there was a you before this brain came to be your whole world. This brain is not you. You're not the brain. It has its own glitches, malfunctions, and you got to teach this brain. Your awareness, which is you, would have to retrain and rewire the glitched brain from OCD and pure O intrusive thoughts into its default setting. That needs a certain understanding and technique, which I'm certain that you all can do, but we all suffer from this one way or another. And it all comes from need for psychological security. And of course, the other one is the actual functional and mechanical malfunction in the signaling system of the brain, involving amygdala, involving midbrain basal ganglia, involving caudate nucleus, the lever that is responsible to shut down the intrusive thoughts. And when it malfunctions, then intrusive thoughts hover. And when it hovers, you think it must mean something. No, it's a brain's malfunction. Like any other part of yourself, like your organs that malfunction, you notice and you take steps to fix it, such as you get a diarrhea. So, oh, my intestine is a malfunction. You don't say, oh, diarrhea is what I always wanted to be. No, you realize there's a malfunction and you take steps to fix it. But when it comes to brain, it's, oh, brain, well, what it says is gospel. It is deity. No, it's another organ. It's fucking up. So fix it. All right. So I think we've come to the rest of, the end of our, we have Lygia here. This hi, Meran. Female, Brazil 33. Thank you for that, Lygia. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope all is well with you. We're running a parallel live stream on TikTok as well as YouTube. So it's almost the end of our session. I have maybe another 5 minutes to go here. To just a little bit of informative or information here, or entertainment for some people. And So some comments in this live were filtered to protect what? Protect what? Let the comments be. I want to see what is. I'll decide if it's appropriate or not. People, if you don't see your comment and if it's not a troll or problem, just change the words, because these TikTok people apparently, I mean, they're better than all of us with the morality high to the maximum, and that's why they censor anything you say, any word you use, because they decide what's good for the society. What a crock of nonsense. All right. Another way to limit our freedom. So who else we have here? Amir is here. He says, so glad I saw you live today. Male 20, Vancouver. Oh my goodness, we have a local. Amir is here. And Amir, let us know, just like what Lygia from Brazil did, gender, like male, female, whatever you signify your gender with, and then the age, whatever your age is, and of course, Vancouver, we know. There it is. He says, male 20, Vancouver. Thank you for that. I spoke too soon, didn't I? So, I didn't see that part. So, Amir, how did you hear about us? Let us know. Is it from TikTok or YouTube or however? And we have, again, one of these things. Sometimes, some comments in this live were filtered. Well, you have no permission from me to filter anything. Let me see them, then I will filter if it's needed. I can't even see the comments. That's why. Maybe, I don't know, change the words, guys, so the thing can come through. Or just join YouTube. YouTube seems to be... Cody says, what's your YouTube? I already mentioned Cody. It's the 1 point. THE, next word ONE, next word POINT. The 1 point. Am I reading your question again? I guess maybe I am. All right. Okay, guys, it's time for me to mosey on out, because usually at about 4 o'clock, I visit my mom at the care center, and she's 90 years old, and she's always waiting for me at this time, and I look forward to see her, serve her, help her with the dinner, and so I don't want to be late. So on that note, it's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. Don't forget, my site is mindthatseekstruth.com. Mindthatseekstruth.com is on my profile. You can click on it, make an appointment with me, and discuss what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. And don't forget to check the YouTube channel, the 1 point, and like and share the video so we can get enough exposures to reach more people and help more people. I love you all. I look forward to our next live stream. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.